What's up, guys? Mike here with Cards or Sports Cards. Okay, so should you open sealed boxes of sports cards as a way to replenish your inventory in your eBay store? Can it actually be beneficial to your store? And more importantly, does it hurt you as much as some people say that it does? Let's talk about these questions in this video. Before we do, if you want to unlock the secrets of selling and investing in low-end sports cards on eBay, this channel is your go-to source for expert tips, honest insights, and strategies to help boost your eBay sales. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me if you want to stay ahead in the card selling game, maximize your profits, and take your eBay card selling business to the next level. You can also check out my other channel at Puck Mike, where I open and talk about hockey cards. Let me tell you what this video is not going to be about. This video is not going to be about how you shouldn't open sealed boxes because it's gambling or it's a waste of money. We are going to look at this from a business perspective to see if it makes sense, and if it does, how you can be strategic about mixing these products in with your other inventory purchases. Let me start off with an example of a sealed box that I recently purchased and break down the sales numbers from that box. So 2025-2026 MVP hockey, the price was $70, 160 cards total, cost per card 43 cents, total inserts in the hobby box was 30 inserts. So inserts to base percentage 19%. I purchased this on July 28th, 2025. So in less than 3 months after that purchase, 13 total inserts from that box sold. That's about 43% of all the total inserts. Plus 30 base cards from that box sold. So that's 43 cards total, about 27% of the 160 cards in the box. Now, total revenue on those 13 cards was almost $30. That's about 43% of the cost of the total box. Total revenue on all cards was $66.92. That's almost 100% of the price of the box. So great, if I got back almost all of my money, why can't I just do this all the time then? I'll buy every product that Upper Deck releases, I'll open it, I'll list it on eBay, and I'll make back most of my money. Because number one, you can't just look at revenue, obviously. Yes, I almost made all my money back, but that was revenue only. That doesn't include expenses and the card costs and supplies and shipping labels and things like that, which at the end of the day, and I'm just spitballing here, probably I've only made maybe half, if that, of my money back on that box. And realistically, I probably won't make my money back on that box, which is the number one reason why doing this only as a way to source inventory is not a good idea. The rate that you will get your money back after expenses have been paid will be very low, less than 10%, maybe less than 5%. Why? Because you're literally buying a product that is marked up, blindfolded, at the chance that there might be $100 bill in there. Now, let's just imagine you own a coffee shop. And I like to use this example. I used to work at a coffee shop. Once again, I am a trained barista. But imagine you're a coffee shop owner and one of your suppliers walks in, says, I got a great product here. It's $100 a box, but I can't tell you what's in it. I can give you an idea, but I can't tell you exactly what's going to be in this box. Could be cups, plates, flavored coffee, but again, I can't give you an exact detail of what is in this box. But what I can tell you is likely your customers will like this product. They will probably come in and buy this product, but I can't give you a guarantee of how much they're going to spend on it when they buy it from you. Now, you might think, okay, you're crazy, have a nice day, but maybe you say, okay, this is a product that's going to get people into my store. I'm just going to buy it just this one time. I'm not going to do this all the time. I'm going to buy it this one time. I know that I have other products in my store where I make money. So hopefully when those customers do come in to look at this product, they buy some of those other products. And if they don't this time, maybe they'll do it next time and maybe they'll become repeat customers. Now that's a little bit of an outrageous example, right? Like no coffee shop owner probably in their right mind would ever do that. But the main point is that many businesses do have some products that they don't make any money on in addition to the products that they do make money on. So that's why you cannot do this 100% of the time, because sealed boxes are marked up unknown inventory items. Which leads us to the next point of, okay, well, great. If I'm not going to do this all the time, when do I do it? Now, ultimately, of course, you have to make this decision for yourself, depending on what sports you're selling, when you're buying. When I buy these boxes, it's almost always a newly released product, because those are the products that will have the least amount of supply in the market and will have the most amount of demand. So I increase my chances of getting some of my money back on that box. And it also just increases my chances of getting more traffic to the store, because people are going to be searching for those items more shortly after the product is released than they will be 4 or 5 years from now. But I also consider the time of year, as well as if there are cards that are being released in the product of a player that has little to no cards out there. So for this MVP box that I gave the example of at the beginning, it's great because number one, it's cheap, And number two, it's released usually right in the middle of the offseason. So free agency is over, the team's rosters are usually mostly set, and then anticipation starts to build as people start to look at the different teams and the roster combinations that could happen, who's going to make the roster, who's not going to make the roster. Now, of course, it doesn't always have to be a new product. Another example that I do like to use is 2020-2021 Upper Deck Extended Hockey. Now, usually these products are judged and priced by how well the rookie crop aged, and the rookie crop from this product did not age very well. So the young guns in here, the rookie cards, are not going to hold a ton of resale value, but people forget there are other inserts still in that box that you can pull. I pulled an Alexander Ovechkin, and if you don't know who that is, he holds the all-time goal record now in the NHL, surpassing Wayne Gretzky last year. I pulled a numbered card of his out of this box, okay? So there are other cards in here that you can get of not just rookie players who didn't age well, and it's literally like $15 a box right now. So that's a little bit about how I sprinkle these items into my store. Now, the big question, should you do this too? Again, you have to decide this for yourself. But the key piece here, what a lot of sellers will do, they'll just go to Target, they'll randomly buy a few blasters, they'll open them, maybe they'll get a few cards they'll sell, they won't really resell many, it's mostly base cards, it's retail product, and they think, well, it's not a really great strategy. You can, if you think it makes sense for you, at least use some of the methods I explained to be a little bit more strategic about when you're gonna buy these sealed boxes and what products you're gonna buy and sprinkle them into your store, so that you can make a more informed decision about, okay, which products are going to get me the most foot traffic. And don't forget, you can use the checklist of a product to see if there are cards of a top player in that set. So you can literally go to the place where you buy your sealed boxes, find some of the cheapest boxes, and go to the checklist and see if there's any cards of top players in that box. So it can really give you an edge in using this as a method to source inventory, so that even though you're not 100% sure what cards you're going to get, you can still reduce your cost and increase your chance of getting a higher return if you target cheap boxes that might not include the top rookies, but that do include inserts and parallels of other players that can sell at a decent price. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, it's not a good business decision to stock your inventory only using this method. Look, and maybe for you and your business and your model and strategy, maybe it's never a good decision. You have to make that call. But if you do want to do this, and you do already buy some sealed boxes here and there, you can use some of the examples I gave to be more strategic about it, reduce your cost, and maximize your chance of getting a return, in addition to more foot traffic and more sales in your eBay store. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you want to unlock the secrets of selling and investing in low-end sports cards on eBay, this channel is your go-to source for expert tips, honest insights, and strategies to help boost your eBay sales. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me if you want to stay ahead in the card selling game, maximize your profits, and take your eBay card selling business to the next level. You can also check out my other channel at Puck Mike, where I open and talk about hockey cards. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.